everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Jurassic News! We've got a bunch of news in the Jurassic universe. Of course, things I've missed in trailers, new things that have came up, toys, websites shutting down, and even restaurants. It's all in today's episode. But first, before we start that, let's take a look at my trailer bingo card that I put together but just before the trailer released. And we got like 4 bingos, I think. We got the top, the side, and all of that jazz. There was some that I really didn't think I was going to get, like the Rex. Jumping off a cliff, D-Rex even. I was so sure we weren't going to get that. All new raptors, but we did. We got so much. The only things we were missing is the betrayal, a jump in the water I thought we would get. Storm and rain, interesting. But yes, basically, almost a full house. We were very, very close. And the best part about any... Hang on a minute. And we did get a betrayal. It was this guy. And of course, the best part about being a fan of the Jurassic franchise is the community. Yes, we have taken to Instagram, Twitter, all of the social medias out there to air our concerns about one specific dinosaur in particular, that being the Spinosaur. Yeah, nobody seems to like the Spinosaur. So we've had a bunch of people just Photoshop, maybe even changing like just the neck and the head and sorts of things here. So I just thought we would spend a couple of moments here to, look at what amazing things we have on display. Some people love it. Some people like the chubby Spino. And of course, the new hybrid dinosaur. It's not really a hybrid. It's a mutated dinosaur. It's probably InGen's first ever attempt at cloning a T-Rex, which is why we have it, it has like T-Rex claws as well in the middle. But we also think it's, it's human of some sort. And of course, wow, you do not want to do Spinosaurus wrong. Let's just say that, because people, they like I said, some people love it, but I thought it was quite funny. There seems to be this there's a fat Spino and maybe a thin Spino, so people were running with that and having a great time. And also something that seemed to appear out of the woodwork is this, I don't know, like this division with the fan base. People who loved the Jurassic World trilogy hate the new trailer, and people who didn't like the Jurassic World trilogy like the new trailer. I don't know. You could tell me if you found that while you're on your internet rounds. I feel like I was kind of over Jurassic World trilogy, but I like this one. It's something a little bit different, but I don't know. Discuss in the comments down below. And of course, we got more. He was the father that stepped of the mosasaur. We don't know the relationship between the mosasaur and the Spinosaurs, but we can use our imaginations. And of course, because now we got to see the D-Rex, we're calling, they mutated the first attempt at the T-Rex. Whether this was an attempt at cloning a T-Rex or whether it was something more nefarious. Was it human clones? Was this Jurassic Park 4? Finally, we get our Jurassic Park 4 film that we've waited so long for. But people have made what they think it, fully looks like. Some people are embracing it. It's very divisive. I've also heard some people say that they hate it, yet they liked stuff like Scorpius Rex, which is very interesting. Like, I think if you're saying that, you're just being picky at this point. If you like Scorpius Rex but don't like this, I mean, come on! They're just gonna bulbous head, and it's completely up to you, I suppose, but something looks very familiar to me. You've got Doom 3, a beluga whale with that sort of head. Of course, Primeval, you got the lanky arms there, and even the Maze Runner, the actual creature part of it, the bio part with its face and everything looks very, very similar. But that's enough of the community. How about we actually get into some news? Now, if you're anything like me, and you've been on, you have social medias and you get suggested dinosaur content all the time, you would have been inundated at one point with this thing called the Jurassic Park Burger Restaurant. And it's a restaurant, but it uses the Jurassic Park license. And I was really perplexed, actually, for a while. I was like, how have they got this? Like, it's not in Universal. It's not in America, even. How does this thing exist? Now, it turns out that it's actually run by Iron Studios. This is a company that does a lot of the replica statues. They're super expensive. They take up so much space. and you don't really do anything with them. I'll be honest. It's just like, that looks cool. It led me down this rabbit hole of finding out, like, their menu alone was freaking amazing. They stamped, like, the Jurassic logo at the top. You could tell they had loads of fun. The burgers came with little name tags, like the way they did the Dilophosaur Sundays. Like, this was what I would have absolutely loved. They've taken the theme, because sometimes you have themed restaurants and, the food's a little bit themed, but the whole place was. And in fact, in 2023, they moved to a bigger place, and it wasn't just a restaurant. They themed areas. You had a place where you would walk through as if it was Jurassic Park. You had touch screens. You had the old school signs that would, be outside dinosaur exhibits, and they would tell you what dinosaur was. They had life-size T-Rexes, cars even, the Ford Explorers, and it was an absolutely amazing experience, and it was in Brazil, somewhere I've never been before, but it definitely had me considering a trip to Brazil. However, as of, I think, the start of this year, it's closed. And I was really surprised about it because it seemed like it was doing so well, and like the theming, and they had backing from, Iron Studios, they're the creators of it, of course, Jurassic Universal, giving all their praise, it seemed, and then out of nowhere it closed. However, a quick little search on Jurassic Park, well, our Reddit, came up with some results saying that basically it was never really that full, and I don't know, maybe they just overstepped. Maybe after the blunder of Dominion and the lull in Jurassic content, maybe people just... it could be a plethora of regions. I'm just sort of speculating, but it seems a shame that this is now closed. And it's been closed for a good few weeks now, and even on their socials, they posted, like, the last days that you could go and get some food and stuff. So that is a shame, unfortunately. A really, really well done bit of Jurassic fandom, I would say. A melding, a love, a letter of Jurassic Park and food goers. I honestly, if this was in my neighborhood, I would have been there all the time. I would have lived it. I would have absolutely loved it as a kid, especially. They did birthdays and all this jazz, but it's a shame. R.I.P. Jurassic Park burger restaurant. But is it R.I.P.? Maybe they're going to be rebranding. Maybe that's the whole point. I don't know. We'll find out. Time is the great revealer. And onto our next segment. Yes, speaking of things that have been taken down, the Dino Tracker website. If you recall, when Dominion was up and coming, you would go on there and you would scroll around the Earth and it would tell you, if dinosaurs were found in certain locations. And even there was an Easter egg. I was on the website. However, if you open up that exact same website, you get greeted with these texts that come up that basically describe every dinosaur that was on there and its current status being unknown. And I think this is preparing us for Jurassic World Rebirth, because the synopsis of Rebirth says that all the dinosaurs that were in the world are gone. Well done, Colin. Can we get a round of applause for Colin Trevorrow, who was so happy that he put he wrote the franchise into a corner, but he was proud of it. He was like, I think I've put it in a really good place, and I'm just waiting for someone to come up to me with a story. And the next film, what do we get? Yeah, we scrap all that. They're all dead now, and we're back to an island with dinosaurs. Now, you could argue that's a good thing, because that's when Jurassic Park was at its peak. But it's just amazing that we had a whole trilogy building up to Jurassic, dinosaurs in our world. And where did it get us? Nothing. In the end, dinosaurs are back secluded to a tiny remote part of the world. It is what it is, I'm just gonna say. And of course, we have toys. Oh, yes, the best part about it. Slap it on a plastic lunchbox and sell it, of course. Now, these are, as soon as the trailer seems to have released, are everywhere. At least they're not in the shops, but you've got promotional images for them. And I think they look pretty cool. I mean, the quets I'm not really too fussed on, especially the paint apps on it, the application of the paint. The T-Rex doesn't really look like the T-Rex from the movie, which is odd. The Mosasaur does, and the Spino looks pretty cool. And of course, what toy line would be complete without obligatory colossal versions? And of course, we've already got confirmed a colossal T-Rex and a colossal Mosasaur. But it also shows that these dinosaurs are apparently going back to the scanner. Now, I didn't realize, or I've so heard, that this scanning application hasn't been in the most recent dinosaurs. Now, could be wrong. I haven't really been in the toy realm of things when it comes to Jurassic in a while. But it looks like either the app is getting updated or there's going to be a whole new app. But what I am happy about in a way is that we're getting some playsets. I mean, it has missiles on top and there's a mosasaur with a crane. It sort of catches it. Could this be hinting towards how they capture the mosasaur? Maybe they sedate the mosasaur and then they sort of get it at the back, and that's how they extract the DNA. Possibly. Or it could just be, a case of, well, creative liberties. It's a toy. Let's have fun with it. A bit like the old school Kenner toys were in the Jurassic Park release. But this seems to be like micro machines, so it's very small, which is unfortunate. But, it's still early days. These are the first toys that are being released. Maybe we will get play sets. Maybe. Who knows? Mattel seems to be allergic to them at the moment, and if you want playsets, you ain't gonna get them. But what you will get is Lego, because if there's one type of toy that never gets old and never dates itself, it's Lego. The most expensive, premium type of toy. Premium type of plastic. And it seems like we got a mosasaur, which isn't a custom sort of sculpt, which we've come to expect, actually. It's, maybe it's just so big that they were like, yeah, you can make a mosasaur. You got the Spinosaur, the Quetzal, and of course the Titanosaur with its bulbous there. I'm assuming we'll get a bigger playset, maybe with a lab, and it'll have the villain dinosaur, the D-Rex. I would hazard a guess. But of course, we're not just ending there, because t-shirts are available right this second on Amazon. And they showcase the beautiful remodel design, and you get a close-up look of the mosasaur. And if you pay close attention to the text there, it says mission survival. And I think that's maybe going to be the catchphrase, because we had, I think, Dr. Lumens say it's about survival.
Survival is a long shot.
So, we had the trilogy of Jurassic World, which was Claire going, run! Maybe we're going to have survival this time. Who knows? Maybe not. I hope not. The trailer did show a lot of those old quips like, nothing you said was good. What do you mean survival? So maybe we're going to get more of a push towards this with the next trailers or the merch, maybe. And one thing I missed in the trailer was the river scene. That's where this was alluded to with the novel-based scene for a long time. And it's the scene with the Dilophosaur. If you look at the back, something I completely missed, you can very clearly see the silhouette of the T-Rex resting on the riverbank there. So this is, I'm assuming, how we've got two groups. You've got the mission specialists with Scarlett Johansson going off and getting the DNA, and then you've got the family that they bumped into whose vessel has been capsized by the Spinosaurus and the Mosasaurs, and that's who they rescue. But they'll be split up, and these ones, the family will go on this river adventure, I guess. Maybe we're hopefully going to rebrand a ride in Universal. Maybe, who knows? I don't think so. They've already rebranded it not too long ago anyway. But it seems like the Dilophosaur screeches at them, and that Dilophosaur screeching is going to wake up the T-Rex at the riverbank, and then, of course, calamity ensues. They make it down the river and eventually meet up with our heroes, Scarlett Johansson and all that jazz, for a climactic ending scene with the weird D-Rex hybrid, which we have no idea how it's going to die. Is it going to be another case of the T-Rex is going to save them and it's going to fight them? Probably. Is it overdone? Yes. Is it cool? Yes. Will there be clips of it on YouTube getting millions and millions of views? Yes. I think it's very likely we'll have a team up, or maybe, something a bit like akin to Jurassic World or Jurassic Park 3. We'll have a big climactic battle at night. Who knows? I'm assuming we will. And that about wraps up our Jurassic World news segment. Thank you again for coming. With this episode, I wanted to showcase that we aren't just going to go over only the trailer stuff. This is an ever-evolving franchise with changing things all over the shop, whether it's brick-and-mortar shops closing down, websites changing, or even me buying more plastic and showcasing it to you guys. What can I say? I spoil you. But if you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, and until next time, I'll see you guys in another news segment. Oh, bye-bye.